Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 10 of the Herbally-Inspired Holiday Challenge. And gosh, we're getting to be about halfway through, and I have to let you know that this is actually helping me as well to really get some more inspiration for my own holiday and my own decorating and things like that as well. So it's been wonderful for me, and I hope it has been for you too. I just wanted to remind everybody that, it's a challenge, right? So sometimes challenges are stressful, but this is meant to be a fun challenge. Just to give you a little recap, in week one, what we did is we just kind of talked about our supplies and the things that we would need. And then we started extracting things because if we want to create any kinds of alcohol or honeys or any kinds of things that need to be extracted, they usually need a couple of weeks to be in the liquid or whatever you're using for the extractant. And so we started that first. We also planted some bulbs. Let's check in on our bulbs. They're looking good, aren't they? So these were planted right at literally the first day of the challenge so that we could watch them go through. They sat there for probably 6 days or so, and then now they're really starting to take off. So it's not too late to plant bulbs. Get those into some soil. This week, what we're doing is we're looking at all the kind of common kitchen foods that we can actually use to put into our decor. And we're in the process of building a kitchen oriented wreath. And I want to remind you, as I go through these, I'm just doing them one at a time. I do not build this wreath the way that I'm doing it. What you're going to want to do is, like, at the end of the week, after we go through all the ideas, get all your materials together and build your wreath, all in one sitting, because it's way easier to lay everything out that you know you're going to use and put it together then. So anyway, today our plant of the day is orange. And so oranges are something we think of, again, as a food, but they also have medicinal properties. And the medicinal properties of the orange is in the peel, okay? So the card, this is from the Green Witch Oracle, and this card has the word energy on it. And what that made me think of was how important it is this time of year for us to kind of conserve our energy and to allow ourselves to rest and relax. We tend to get ourselves exhausted going up and running around through the end of December and then sort of like collapse for the months of January and February. But you know what? If you can do that, that is great, because everything has its natural cycle. Plants have a growing season, plants have a dormant season, and animals have a breeding season and the non-breeding season. And they have, even in the tropics, there's a wet season and a dry season. So plants are growing or not growing. They're fruiting and flowering in one season, and then they're just growing and not trying to reproduce in the other season. And so we're pretty much the only creature that thinks we can do everything all year long, every day. And so just bear in mind that it's really okay to just allow yourself to say no. And I know I have mostly women here, so say no, and to rest and recuperate and rejuvenate. And so just like stay home, hang out with your herbal extracts, and just rest up and renew your energy. So that's the message from orange today. Just a little bit about the medicinal properties. So oranges are originally from like a Southeast Asia, China area. And there are a lot of different varieties of oranges, including other citrus fruits as well. And because of this, they're used in traditional Chinese medicine a lot. And it's really focused for lungs and the gastrointestinal tract, and has a lot to do with phlegm. So helping to balance or reduce phlegm in these systems. So in the intestinal tract, it's like bloating and gassiness, and then reducing the phlegm. It's also good for, and one of the ways that I primarily use it is for, so you might put in a tea if you were like phlegmy, sick, lung, cold sort of a thing. But also I use it in a tea formula for my husband who tends to have acid reflux. So I've got orange peel and licorice and marshmallow root and a few other things in there for him, and that tends to help him quite a bit. And so the active ingredient is this D-limonene, which is the oil. And that's why on oranges, it's not the orange juice or the orange flesh, it's the orange peel that has the potent constituents. So if you like oranges and you use oranges, you want to make sure that you're going to buy organic oranges if you can, if you want to save the peel. You just never know what's on this other stuff, okay? And you still want to always wash all your produce and everything really well, because as I was talking yesterday about the Christmas trees and how they a lot of times will spray these desiccants on it and stuff to keep it fresher. A lot of that happens on vegetables and fruit as well. They get sprayed with stuff, even though it's certified organic, they're still spraying stuff on there, you know, after the fact to keep them fresh. So always wash everything as well as you can. And so today I'm just going to have just a quick short session. So I wanted to show you a couple of ways that I like to use oranges. Where did I put them? And one thing is, like a couple last year, I dried some oranges like this. And I have a food dehydrator, so I did those in there. And then I'm able to use those, and I just did a quick thing here, to create a garland. And I did this with some cranberries and orange. Everybody likes cranberry and orange flavored stuff, right? So here they are together on just a piece of wire here. And so you can create a garland with oranges, cranberries, and other things that you might put on there. Think about the old-fashioned Christmas tree garlands with the popcorn and the cranberries. Well, the truth is they were probably doing that to dry out their cranberries, because up until 100 years ago, we really didn't have refrigeration in all of our homes. And so you needed to find a way to take your berries and your other perishable sorts of fruits and preserve them. So that would be, you would string up the cranberries for your decoration, and then they would dry over the winter and you would reuse them. I know we tend to just put them outside for the birds around here, but you could continue to use them for yourself. And then the other thing is to just simply take your orange here, and then you can create a strip, a peel like this. I'm going to take this off, all right? And I'm just going to add this. I don't know if I can do this while you guys are watching. I'm just going to, let me wrap it around here. I'm going to wrap it around the bottom of my wreath. Again. Across the bottom, or you can do it down the sides or however you want to. And there is your orange peel as part of your kitchen wreath. You could hang it the other way so it looks like a hanging spiral off of the bottom if you wanted to, and just simply let it dry right like that. So that's another great way that you can decorate it. And then pluck off a piece, throw it in your tea once it is dried. So oranges, I have to admit, I don't really eat oranges. Like, I don't like orange juice, and I don't really eat the orange juice, but I do use orange peel. And you can even, if you don't like oranges for yourself, but you want to use the orange peel, you can actually purchase the orange peel all cut up, cut and dried. There's also orange peel powdered, like a very fine powder as well. You can get those at your local herb store. They'll usually carry that sort of thing as well. So that is pretty much all I wanted to share with you today. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all are doing with oranges and decorating. So as you are creating different things, make sure you post a picture of your creation so far. And like I said, on Saturday, hoping to be back up in my kitchen again, so then I can spread all the stuff out, get like an overhead shot, and then we'll really look at all of the different options of things that you can collect and add to your herbal wreath making, your decorating, to your natural your your sort of like nature table. If you have kids, this is a great thing to do with kids. We'll do a little bit with that. Sarah says, I use orange peel powder and lemon peel powder in my dish soap. Yes, I forgot to say that one thing about orange. You know, the orange spray that you can buy grocery store. Well, that's partly because orange peel has both. It helps to cut fat. It helps to cut those oils help to cut into fat, so that's why it's a nice cleaner. As well, it does have some antimicrobial and antibiotic type of properties as well. Anti-cancer properties. Like, these plants are amazing, aren't they? Every time I do a plant, I think, wow, that's the only plant I need. The plants are amazing. They're here for us. They're here to help us, and we are grateful to them. So I hope you are getting inspired to work with more plants this year. Awesome. I will see you all tomorrow. So I will see you then. Take care, everybody.